Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary sometimes.
There have been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. You don't want to miss it. There was a man that went by Mike. He liked night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They had to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I'm announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader come. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
All right. Thanks for tuning in tonight, 6/12/2024. I'm your host, Brent Solomon. Mikey Justice has the night off. Nah, this your boy. What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling out there? 6/12/2024. Y'all see I got this clown over here with me tonight already, so what it do?
Yay.
What's going on, man?
Hey, kicking it off with a bang, my brother. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Y'all see last week we tried to switch it up a little bit, give y'all a little bit more kind of formal, if that's the word, shot, give us a little bit more of both of us, me and Phil, since I'm always talking to him, try to just change it up and give you a little bit more of that podcast type of format. We think it's all about the message, it's all about the show, it's about the entertainment, but all the other stuff, we try to dress it up, make it a little cute for y'all and all that good stuff. But with that being said, we're going to try to make it do what it do. Experienced a lot of technical difficulty last week. We had a very special guest with us, Mr. Former President, let me address my man right, Mr. Donald J. Trump. We're going to try to get my man back on the line and have him rejoin us tonight, so y'all stay tuned for that. We get silly around here, so we plan on having a little bit of fun with that. Before I go any further, you know how we like to do it around here, give a shout out to all my family and friends and all my people that's watching me. I got to always mention my folks and give them a shout out of recognition. So with that being said, what's up to them Classical Junior Academy Cougars, some of the Bulldogs, and my people of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. And with that being said, back to my DJ radio voice, Brent Solomon. I had to do my fish like this and pooch and lick my lips and look all into the camera a whole bunch of times. First order of business, my brother. I want to address some of these haters out here, man.
All right.
I get so tired of all that hating, bro. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All that old fake conversation, man, about that old LeBron situation. I mean, boy, people just be, you thought Second Amendment right was something, boy. Start violating people's right to hate, boy, they'll let you have it. You hear me?
That laid me out, man, when they say I got a right to hate.
And everything else, man, and you infringing or whatever they try to say on their right to hate and all this other stuff. You hear me? I had a couple more brothers, like I said, man, that I tried to break down because I'll make no secret about it. I be trying to educate them on what the whole conversation is about. Like, man, this whole thing now, like, forming these hate groups, it's a whole conspiracy type thing, man. Almost like how they be talking about Illuminati or something. You hear me? Man, it's like if they haven't decided to hate on you or make a hate page about you, you probably ain't doing nothing worth even mentioning out here. You hear me?
Wow.
Man, I'm talking about from Sexy Red on to anybody, man, from Caitlin Clark, Taylor Swift. If you anybody of significance out here, man, that's the whole thing because of the times we living in and with social media. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make it a thing to hate on you, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, bro, I had to reel these people in and be like, man, like, make them feel bad, make them feel like little boys. Like, I know you didn't get that testy and in your feelings about basketball at the end of the day. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And then they kind of come on home with it, boy. But, I mean, just to get that buddy hustle, to get people to like them and say what they think is popular and all that other stuff, man, they will really go there with you. You hear me? And by the way, I tried to tell my man to put himself a little bit more on the shot. I know I got a few pounds on my man, but he tries to tend to make me look extremely almost. I didn't even want to use the word on the air. He almost makes me look like mentally challenged large when it comes to like his size. You hear me? I mean, I told my mans, I say, you got me on the camera like this and you like this. See, you could barely even see this pencil, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that just don't match, you know what I'm saying? I know camera's supposed to add like 10 pounds on you. I could tell people that I got like 3 or 4 extra cameras on me, but you need to kind of space that out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro. But back to the order of business. Yeah, man. So I had this one guy, right?
You thought that was something.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to go there with it? Oh, okay. Now I'm finna let you have it. See,
I know you.
oh no. Put the camera on top of your head and show that show that you got the second letter of your last name already in the back of your head. Show that. Put that on camera.
Oh.
Oh, you think it's going down? Okay, wait till when President Trump called. I'm gonna make sure he let you have it, brother. You done started something up in here. It's finna go down. But anyway, yeah, man. Dude say, I told him, I say, no, man, these hate groups are designed just to go back and forth and just disguise the hate, you know, create a beef. I said they try to act like it's between two guys. That's where the whole MJ and LeBron come into play. You hear me?
Right.
I say, yeah, they make it like the argument is about two guys, but they only hate on one. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a whole different thing. I say it's fake beef between them. It just dressed up to try to hate and you know, just telling him like we get enough of that. You know, I know how y'all feel about LeBron personally, but to give these, you know, I ain't gonna say that word, jokers, the satisfaction of me hating on my own people just to make them rich and for them to go viral, I would never get them that personal satisfaction. Right. So a lot of them come on home and everything else, you know, and I'd be like, man, it's enough people out here divided. I'm just trying to do something good. And you don't know how many people, like, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not touching that subject on social media. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Or even going there with it. I mean, they so scared to touch it. You hear me? Yeah. So now, man, I done got to where I done figured it out, bro. I was like, man, it's like 3 different levels of problem solving or negotiating nowadays. Okay. You hear me? I say it's number one, the best answer now is what's the most popular. Mm-hmm. The second is what's actually right, and then the third is wrong. Is most popular, right, and wrong. Okay. You could go with either one of them, and that's where you pretty much can, you know, put yourself as far as what you're going to have to deal with as far as public scrutiny, backlash, social media, or anything like that. You hear me? So I got to thinking about it because what made me think about it was me tripping off of your boy Mike Parsons. You know, they had where the guy at Central Vigilant Performing Arts, they had a video where his mom, days before, tried to notify the police that he had bought the AR-15. Mm-hmm. They went out to the house, they talked to him and everything, and the mom, you would hear her telling the son, like, you know you got mental illness and you're not supposed to have that gun and blah, 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 you hear me? Right. And trying to take it from him. And you hear the officer in the video be like, in Missouri, if you over 18 and blah, 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 you got the right to have it, and that he couldn't take it from him and none of this other stuff. And you know that days later, he used that same weapon to do the mass shooting at Central Vigilant Performing Arts, where 2 people got killed, a teacher and a student. Right. So it's like, now it's like they tried to cover it up and didn't want anybody to see that video. What's her name? Susan L. Corey did a whole investigative story and everything else, and they ended up running it to Governor Mike Parsons. They asked him, you know, about the video and everything else. He gave the typical politician answer. He hadn't seen the video, so he can't really comment on it. Because she was asking, like, you know, should something been done or more things been in play to prevent something like that? The writing was on the wall. The parent, everybody say people don't get involved. They showing evidence that she tried to actually notify the police, tell them that the kid had the gun and everything, and they did nothing about it. His answer was that the right laws are basically in play already, and that you know, that was basically what he said. Like he already feel like they got the right laws in play and all that stuff, and pretty much nothing needed to be done. All this extra stuff, you know, politics basically. And then Susan L. Corey asked him, you know, what about mental health coming into play? And that's when he said that different petitions could be signed. There was different programs that were already in play that got things that if people are deemed to be mentally ill, they could keep them from getting guns or take the gun from them and all that other stuff, right? So you know what her next question was, well, what are those programs?
Right.
What are the name of them? What are those laws? What are those programs? And then he politely walked away. No more response. Didn't have anything else to say.
Have nothing to
He
say,
did
huh?
the basically like you be saying with the Andrew Bailey.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't know what that's, you know. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to be, if that's supposed to be making it better. But only thing I got to say to that is, yeah, buddy. I think I done clowned you so much that you trying to get something off. It's all good, man. All right, man. I'm done making jokes about your bald head. You hear me? Cause you ain't gonna keep on having me up here looking like a undyed Easter egg and all that. I'm done. Uncracked egg and all that. I'm done with that, bro. Yeah, man. But these guys really be killing me, man, as far as this social media and all that stuff go, man. You have a lot of people that really try to shoot at me if that, you know, I gotta watch that word around here because they get real sensitive, but throw jabs at me, you know. And basically what that be about, man, is what they say is called I can't even remember the word. It's not the performative sharing, but it's the virtue signaling and all that stuff, you know, basically saying that you know, they don't want to hear me try to push that positive agenda and nobody want to hear that. And basically they don't, man, because it's not what's popular. So it's not the first choice that people want to go to.
Right.
Like I said, most popular is A1 now. It run the table. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I was thinking the same thing with people like Tashara Jones, Mike Parsons, like you say, your boy Andrew Bailey. To me, that was the same type of answer when you was talking about that other situation and the kind of answer that he gave. You hear me?
Right.
They are very protective of themselves and their brand when they give their answer. You hear me? And I start thinking about it. I say, why would you want to go that route? It's people out here, man, that really know the real, and you can't fool them, but they'll never want to step up. And I was like, why is that? I was like, what is the price of all that? You know, what is the value of buddy hustling and rolling with what's popular? When I thought about it, I say whatever your salary is as governor, as mayor, as president, however much your contract, however much your contract is as an athlete, however much it's worth to you. You hear me? I didn't know if you was gonna understand what I was saying about that, man. But I was like, if you the mayor and stuff like that, you doing what's popular and staying positive with the people is worth what, about $200,000 to you?
Yeah, what, like you say, whatever your salary is.
Oh man, so I was like, for that reason, and that it's all about money, and now that life has become a business, I guess going with the most popular gonna win over what's right and wrong a whole lot of times. You hear me? Bro, I heard another analyst, and I want to eat them up so bad because these people that are paid to talk about basketball are some of the most uneducated, slow talking, mush mouth, stupid MFers that's out here. And we ain't got to say their name. If they didn't have the highlights to back up, you know, what they're saying, you would look at them like they're some of the most dumb, and you'd be like, man, y'all sure y'all went back there eating snacks and drinking coffee and cracking jokes, bro? How much of the game did y'all actually watch? You hear me? It'd be like when people be telling me that they watch my show, I'd be like, oh, you heard me say what's up to something? Oh, okay. And I had said something about old boy at VPA. Oh, well, thanks for letting me know you watched like the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of my show. I appreciate it. You know, it's all good. Yeah, man. But yeah, I can't believe that is nobody out here, man, that really want to step up and do what's right. I think we just don't band together enough, man. I honestly believe that when I looked at it, I was like, bruh, we are so lazy out here that the crime and just the way this country ran and all that stuff is never going to change because we're never going to get off our behinds and do nothing about it. The whole situation with the guns and all that is scare tactics. You hear me?
Right.
It's always going to be shootings. I was going to mention it because it was just a shooting in Northern Illinois or something like that, and then it was another shooting in Atlanta. Did you hear about that? It been just multiple mass shooting after mass shooting.
That hijacking situation in Atlanta.
Yeah. I already done told people, man, I was like, you know, that's part of that it being the new norm and all that other stuff. It's going on so much, man, that I can't keep up with it, you know. I be wanting to mention it all the time in all the different situations, but I don't want to glamorize it, and it happens so much I can't keep up with it.
Right.
But being honest, man, that is just part of the whole plan, the whole what I don't know what to say, man, the plot, the whole foolishness and all that. The setup, it's part of the setup. It's part of all the extra, man, to do it that way. I think the gun law in Missouri, like I said, when they got to complaining about the police shooting other people, using so much force and all that other stuff, that's when they turned it over, changed the gun law and all that. Now y'all ninjas get out here and kill yourself. You hear me? And you can't blame us for it. And we do enough of it. We fall for it,
Right.
Just saw a shooting out in the county where a brother was part out in Winsville, where my man old Mr. Donald Looney resides out that way. It's a
What up, Suave?
Yes, sir. They said that he was part of some type of love triangle, man. He had just got with this girl and they was getting into it. They had been going out for probably like a week or more, they said. But the other boyfriend that she was trying to get out the relationship was still coming around. So they said the new boyfriend went out there one day, knocked on the door. They hiding in the house. They don't get no type of the dude don't get no type of response. So they say he went through the house, entered through the window, ended up getting in a confrontation with the ex-girlfriend or chick, that he having a little fire with or whatever. And I guess that's when the old boyfriend or whoever popped out and something happened where those two guys end up getting into a confrontation. The guy ends up shooting the other guy, the boyfriend, and killing him. You hear me?
Right.
So I'm sitting there like, okay, now neither one of y'all is finna have the chick.
Right.
He's dead, you in jail. Like we say, when you take people's life, you end it your own. It ain't no future in that. I mean, what happened to the point? You came in on them. You didn't have to go through the window. So I know you don't feel threatened to the point where you feel like your life is in danger. You created the situation.
Right.
Because you went through the window. You had the right to leave. You could go somewhere else,
Yeah, you could have did whatever.
I'd be like, man, my people always be like, boy, people just don't think. If they had 2 minutes and you could ask those people all the way over, you know what I'm saying, was it worth it? Would you do that again? And, ain't no telling what the response would be, man. But I really wish we could do that. When these people, these youngsters and people start making all these bad decisions, man, when all the smoke clear and everything hit the fan, man, can you really just ask these people, was it worth it?
Man,
What did you think you was going to get out of that?
If they being honest, they definitely going to say that it was not worth it.
You just in the heat of the moment, man. You done gave up your whole life. You and that female ain't gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? That's on her to supposed to choose up and not put you in that situation and protect the relationship. She must be telling you something. If it's in your favor, let it do what it do. It's gonna be all right if you really want to be with her. And then they said dude didn't have no type of criminal background or record or nothing. So it'd be killing me, man, that just a few minutes of what they call love, jealousy, lust, envy, or whatever made you just throw it all away in a matter of seconds. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it to me, bro. But yeah, man. I hope
the Jay Wise, man, done checked in on Facebook, left us a comment.
Yeah, that's what's up. I hope, man, really that people we can start boosting these shows, man, and people really get on deck and start watching and seeing what we about, man. We got a lot of real good stuff to offer, man. But back to what I was saying, that whole thing about it being a whole setup, man. That guns and all this stuff, they want it to be the new normal. They're gonna do so many shootings, keep on scaring people to where they make you feel like you need to have a gun. You hear me? And all that other stuff, man. But it's for them. They creating wars, they're creating fights, and they're equipping themselves with what they need to win the war. That's all the gun's about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The average person, like we say on this show all the time, that's really trying to protect their home, protect their property, they just got a typical handgun, 9mm, regular guns, man. Ain't no glorifying no gun or nothing, but it ain't no AK-47. It's not an assault rifle. That's the type of stuff to me you have when you at war and plan on taking out multiple people at a fast and alarming volume.
Yeah, those are like what they say, weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, weapons of mass destruction. That's what stuff like that is, man. It ain't just for no regular situation. So I don't know what to say to it. I think it's a whole setup, man. I think they need to go back to having people get those permits and show that you can handle guns responsibly. Like I said before, if you gotta have a permit to drive a car, have age restrictions on when you can smoke and all that, you gonna tell me that they shitting on guns? So driving a car is way more important than handling a gun. Both of them could take somebody's life, but I think you at way more a risk at having a gun in your hand than a steering wheel.
Yeah.
and driving the car. You know what I'm saying? So make it make sense, like they be saying. That's all I'm saying, brother.
And Will said, my brother.
Man,
Look like we getting a call, man. You wanna?
who you got?
Somebody is calling on the Mikey Justice line.
I mean, you can screen it and see what it is, my brother. If it got relevance to anything that we doing tonight, then we can take them. You know how we do. We keep it professional and respectful. If there's anything on that tip, yeah, we could go and talk.
Well, that was Don Bo, but then the phone just hung up.
Okay.
I don't know what's up with that Don Bo. Hit us back, man.
Well, if not, we'll try to keep it pushing. We got a lot of stuff to try to get to anyway.
Yeah.
Last week, like I said, man, we had a lot of technical difficulty. We were trying to bring you all the old interview with old Donald J. Trump, and something happened with that. So we gonna see if we can get him back on the line. Phil, you could work your magic over there, man, and see if you can maybe get former President Trump back on the line, man. We can see if we can set up that whole interview with him again.
Let me see what I can do, man.
Stand by, my people. Hold on.
Stand by,
Yes, sir.
people.
Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, you let
let's
me
see.
know over there, my brother. You know, you working your magic over there.
Mr. President.
Hello. Do I have the president on the line? Mr. Donald J. Trump, are you live with us?
Hello. Is this Mikey Justice?
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Mikey Justice. How are you?
I offered President Biden. I gave him an invitation to be on the show, but I ain't nobody got back to me yet. But you're here. You beat him to the punch. You're here.
You know, Crooked Joe, Sleepy Joe. He's not gonna really do anything that's controversial. He's just trying to protect his votes. He's not gonna fix the border. He's not gonna work for the middle class. So that's why you need a guy like Trump, okay?
Okay. Oh, Crooked Joe, huh? Oh, Sloppy Joe, whatever you want to call him.
Sloppy Joe, Crooked Joe, that guy, whatever you want to call him.
Okay, well, anyway, Mr. Trump, let's get to business. We kind of pressed for time here. So, first question, man, Mr. Hunter Biden, the son of President Joe Biden. He just got found guilty on 3 charges. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's really unfortunate for Hunter. He's got to pay the price, though. He's a felon. He's in possession of a firearm. He's making a mockery of our gun laws. So he's got to follow the rules like anybody else.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's surprising coming from somebody who's in a little bit of hot water themselves. He has 3 felony charges. You were just recently convicted of 34 yourself, so that's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black.
Justice, let me clarify. I mean, my charges.
Okay,
are
Mr. Trump. Before we go on, first thing I need to tell you, you are on my show, so please don't get testy. I know you used to have your way and running.
Testy. I mean, I'm the president of the United States.
Hold on, buddy, please.
Mikey Justice. I mean, come on now. You got to give me a little leeway.
Oh my God. Please hold it down, Mr. President. Anyway, like I was saying, you got the president who said that he's going to stick by his child. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to use that word. They like to say in the media, this is the first time that the child of a sitting president has been, convicted of a crime. Why there has been a sitting president in office. The first time that one of their kids or a child has been convicted. I don't like using that term. What do you think about it?
It's clearly not a child.
I mean, you got 40 and 50-year-old men. I mean, it's not a child. You know
exactly. He's not a child. He's a grown man. He knows what he did, and in his own words, convicted him. He's just smoking around, sitting around smoking crack. so he's getting what he deserves.
Well,
And like I said, everybody should be held accountable.
Well, Mr. Trump, you know, you had the right to a fair trial, and he does too. I'm not the judge and the jury. I wasn't there, so I don't know about no smoking crack or nothing like that.
And that's what he said. That's what he said, Mikey Justice. I mean, we got the recordings. You can play the recordings, Mikey Justice.
Come on, man. Hold
It's in his book. It's in his own words.
Okay, anyway, like I said, you in a little bit of hot water yourself, so thing I gotta ask you, do you think that you should be held?
Charges.
Okay,
I already know what you're gonna say.
You know what I'm
trumped
gonna.
up charges.
Mr.
There's
Trump.
no way I would be on trial if I wasn't running.
It's a witch hunt. What is all that?
Exactly, Mikey Justice. You already know it's a witch hunt. It's no credibility. It's nothing.
Well, you might be facing a little jail time, Mr. President. How do you feel about that? I mean, the judge say that you haven't been showing any remorse. Do you even know what it is?
Remorse? Of course I know what it is. I mean, Stormy told me all about it. I mean, first, you know, when it gets dry a little bit, sometimes you got to spit on it, get it a little back wet.
Excuse me, Mr. President. This is a family show. That is very inappropriate on my show, sir. Can you please not, sir? I said you do not know what remorse is.
Excuse me. What did you say?
Do you know what remorse is?
Oh,
sir?
I'm sorry, Mikey. I thought you said remorse.
Excuse that. No. This. With that being said, Mr. President, this interview is officially over.
Well, Mikey, just before I get out of here, I just want to get your vote. You know, we need a Republican agenda. I just want to get you people's vote. Vote for President Trump. I'm the greatest president for the black people. I got the McAfrican burger. Look at my African American over there.
Okay, hold
I got
on.
the best African American
Mr. Trump. You suck. Hold it down, sir, please. That was my next two questions. You addressed one of them already. I was going to ask you, is there really a such thing as a McAfrican burger? And have you really even tried the burger, sir?
You better bet your bottom dollar there's a McAfrican burger. It's got black Angus beef. It's got green lettuce, red tomatoes.
Oh my God, this guy.
Yellow mustard. It's the whole thing.
Oh man, boy, Mr. President, you truly do suck. I mean, how's Melania?
Oh, Melania's fine.
I mean,
you know, it's a hard trial for Melania. You know, it's a hard situation.
What about your hair? Is your hair real?
I'm sorry, Mikey Jensen.
I mean, you know, Phil ain't the only one around here that got problems with the hair. Is your hair real?
And that's another thing, Mikey Jensen. Why you always getting on Phil? I mean, the guy's sitting. You know, it's okay.
What, he voted for you or something?
I'm not going to disclose that, Mikey.
Well. Hey, this all I got to tell you. Last person that I remember you endorsing, little pimp. Is that what you called him?
Little Pimp. That's right.
Little Pump is his real name. We haven't heard anything from him since. He had like billions of followers and hits until you got up there and called him a pimp, and I haven't heard anything from him since.
Well, you know that's just unfortunate. You know, Gucci gang. What do you want from me?
You got great support from the African American community.
We got great support from the African American community.
Boy.
Do you see my little African American over there?
My God, boy, you are a hot mess. Anyway, that's all for now. I thank you for joining my show. We didn't get to bring him on last week, but I'm so glad that he was able to rejoin us this week. Next week we'll try to have Joe Biden or something like that. But that was a former president and in his warped crazy mind, hopefully the next future president, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Thank you for having you on.
Yeah, man. That was a great interview, man. You try to hold him accountable, bro.
Let me tell you something, bro. Hey, that was a whole mess. On that note, man, we might have to take a break. Come back here. But before we go, man, Bad Boys 4, man. Did you see that, brother? They doing numbers out here.
They doing numbers.
Man, I seen a video on TikTok, bro. You should have seen these dudes. Man, they looked just like freaking Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. You know me? Man, out there rapping and talking like them, and man, some of that clone Tyrone, bro. It was scary. You hear me?
Wow.
But they say the movie has made $56 billion in the first week, man. My thing is, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Do you plan on going to see it?
I plan on seeing it, man.
Yeah, cause you's a movie goer, man. You know, I'm still a bootleg man over at the gas station for $2, bro. You hear me? Yeah. Ever since they started shooting people at the theater, and I know, don't get it twisted. I know it go down everywhere, but hey, you know, they just gonna have to come find me, bro, until they start making it a little bit safer and having some better security. Yeah, I'm always holler at old boy that work at UPS with the 3 for $5 on the gas station lot from 7 to 10 Monday through Friday. Yes, sir. Do you think this is gonna be a part of the comeback thing for Will Smith, man? Do you think this is part of his I don't think it's enough time. My honest personal opinion, bro. I think you know, that's that old slap on the wrist type of stuff, man. You got to make people feel it, and that was a very, very, very unprofessional moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you destroy Chris Rock, somebody of your status and being in the industry long as you had, man. I think they should. And then him just kicking it that night, him not showing any remorse or anything like that. I don't think it's been long enough. Me personally.
Yeah.
You know, make them sit out a little bit more, man. Make them feel it. You know what I'm saying? What this been like? Maybe 2 years, maybe a year or two. No, it ain't enough to.
You don't think it's enough time?
No. And then all of a sudden you popping up with Jada again and got all this unity and all that. It seemed kind of fake, man. You make them feel it. You hear me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You murder somebody just because you go and cleaned up a bunch of highways. You kept your bunk real nice. You made the best license plate. You know, your pancakes look better. Don't mean that you're supposed to get out of jail in the next 2-3 months because you've been behaving, OJ. It don't mean nothing. Right. I know you the manager of the jail football team or softball team, but you still double murdered 2 people. So it is what it is, my brother. And with that being said, man, we're going to take a quick break, man, and then we're going to come on back, man, and we're going to see what's happening in the world of sports, my brother. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right.
Yep.
Now's the time. Get ready for who y'all came to see.
Justice. Boy, they say the brother wrong. You ain't gonna stop till they change all these outdated laws. Addressing internet violence and all these school shootings. It's racially motivated in all these school shootings. Too late for turning back now because he all in. I even give you my number so you can call in. You can leave it with money if you can name a mix. Got 314-282-5086. We tackle all of the topics and any needs to break. Totally transparent to someone's news to say. What can we do about all these guns on the street? Boy, extensive background check or the fund the police. If you don't feel that that's a recipe for winning, feel free to call me so you can give me your opinion.
I don't want to hear no fluff. Why?
That's why you need the new mic, Justice. 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 Justice.
New mic, new mic, new mic.
Justice.
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 Dang.
Man, I'm done.
You going home? You got a curfew or something?
Nah, man, I'm finna watch the Mikey Justice show.
The Mikey Justice show? That for grown people?
Nah, really, bro. They talk about stuff, pretending this. They talk about school shootings, everything. I even seen a 6th grader call in.
For real?
Yes, sir.
You think I could come to your house and watch it with you, man?
Hey, man, that's whatever.
All right. Cool, let's go.
Hey, check out the Mikey Justice Show, the podcast with a purpose. Live Wednesday nights from 7:30 to 8:30 on Facebook and YouTube.
You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, old
You
time,
talk about
time,
all
just
them old
say, man.
potholes and all that, man. Then it sounded like we was looking at that one little post, when he was talking about Ferguson and U City and all them got them effed up. Did you ever figure out what had went down?
I did not.
I'm still waiting to hear them reviews, man. I just want to see where the hell did he go,
Right.
and what does he have to say.
Yeah, old chime time. He's a character.
Yeah, man. I like his content. He funny though. He does what he does well. He has his own unique variety and way of doing it. You hear me? But it's his own style, so I appreciate it for that.
He ain't biting nobody. So.
Yeah. On to them good old sports, man. You got them old NBA finals tonight. You got Boston up 2-0.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Man, let me see. I think Boston gonna do it.
They thinking about it. They say Porzingis might not play. I
That's
don't
gonna
know. I didn't
change
see
the
enough of.
complexion.
They got enough people, man. They real deep. I don't think it's gonna hurt them. I think it's gonna definitely change up the game, but I don't think it'll have no effect on the outcome. They got people that can step up, and they got good big men. And then you got so many different scoring options, man. I mean, they a well-oiled machine. When Drew Holiday and Derek White your third and fourth option, you got a pretty good team. You hear me? I heard Greenberg and all them say I think that's his name. They be on Mike and Mike.
Mike Greenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He say that he voted for Drew Holiday for all NBA a couple of times. You hear me? He and he never made first, second, or third team. He one of the most underappreciated stars ever. I could believe it. It's so deep, but I don't think that means nothing. I think he still probably end up being a Hall of Fame.
I think so with his track record.
Yeah, championship and everything he's done. He's been multiple time All-Star. Just the way he played the game, humanitarian, the way he carried himself. Yeah, I think he deserved to be there. You hear me?
Yeah,
and if he get another ring, because they not understanding, they was gonna say that they was like he was the perfect fit when he went to Milwaukee, but it's the same thing when he went to Boston.
Right,
and they like
fit.
this dude is the perfect fit anywhere he go. You hear me? I mean, he was 11 for 14, bro. That's hella efficient. Yeah. And I'm like, what position does he play?
Hellified defensive stops too.
Yeah, he did. I'm like, what position does he play? He's basically like the point guard now.
The point guard, right?
Yeah, I said so. They give don't make Tatum have to do so much. And even with Tatum having a bad game, I like the way that he was still setting up other people.
He almost had a triple-double with that and wasn't shooting worth nothing. I think he had 12 assists.
Yeah. I thought he was going to have almost 20. I was hoping he went for like a whole NBA-type record. You hear me?
Yeah.
And with that being said, man, while we talking basketball, you see they announced that women's Olympic team. They didn't put Caitlin Clark on there.
Right.
Do you think she got snubbed?
I don't think so. Because they rather deep.
Well, okay. This is my thing right here. Because, when you get to the argument of people getting snubbed, you always say, like, okay, well, who would you take off?
Right. That's where I'm at with
it. I would say Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. Like I was telling my people, that seemed like a lifetime achievement type awards in position to me. Diana Taurasi, she's still playing, and don't get me wrong, I'm glad to see her out there. She one of the all-time greats and one of my favorite. But has she really done something? She barely even relevant. I think she ain't even nothing but probably the third or fourth best person on that team now. But don't get me wrong, with Carmelo Anthony and other people, we do know that that international game is a whole different ball game.
Right.
And people do different stuff. And then you got to have that type of veteran leadership out there. Without that, we done seen many times where teams that looked it real good on paper got out there and got beat. But with Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, and all them other people, man, I think Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, I think they had enough to do what they needed to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think. And then, like I was talking to my people, man, if I was Brittany Griner, bro, I wouldn't want to be in no other country. I wouldn't want to play no China. I don't want to play Russia. I don't want to go.
Right.
I wouldn't say that, but it's the whole. Well, I want to spend time with my family, and I had plenty of time overseas. I haven't even adapted to being back in the United States. I'm still trying to get my mental health together.
Right.
One of the things that they claiming that everybody going through right now. So I would use any excuse in the book, or like I appreciate the offer, but I haven't really done nothing, and I give it to somebody else. To me, it's no different like when they finally realized the value of having somebody like Tiger Woods out there. He put a lot of money on that check, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, he put people out there. You know, they say certain players put people in those seats, basically. Ain't no seats in golf.
They need to see certain players.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, all the money that Caitlin Clark has generated women's basketball this year, the buzz of it, you had people out here saying that it was more exciting to them this year than the actual men's tournament. And I'm one of them people. I really enjoyed it. You know, then you got those stars, you know, you got the Juju Watkins, Andrew Reese, Paige Beckers and all that, man. They done a lot for basketball. It's no different than 92 Dream Team when Duke went back-to-back and Christian Laettner got the spot.
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong?
I didn't like that pick either.
I didn't like the pick either, but I mean, it doesn't happen. So why would you know, somebody who's earned it? You say best players, if that's what's going on in basketball, because you didn't pick it all off of pros, you know, you picked it off college, you picked it off of this. That's why back in 2004, you still had LeBron, Wade, and all them. They didn't do anything on the team, but their basketball skill, knowledge, and everything else, they thought that was giving them the best chance to win, to have people of that caliber on the team. And I think shot making, play making, what she's brought to the game, and everything else, I think Caitlin Clark honestly earned the right to be on that team. Because I looked at it from this perspective, bro. Olympics happen every 4 years. So did she do more to put herself on the team or more to keep herself off of the team? I think she's more than 4 years away from deserving a spot to be on the Olympic team. 4 years?
I could agree with that. My whole thing.
And especially all of these people that went 4 or 5 times. Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner and them have been to like 3, 4, 5 Olympics, bro.
I think maybe Taurasi and Griner, like, maybe they don't deserve it, but they don't play the same position as Caitlin Clark. So especially like
it don't matter because when the international ball go and you got the trapezoid and the pyramid and the lanes are wider, you already seen in international ball somebody that's 6'9" or 6'8" like Jason Tatum and LeBron could play center in international ball. You hear me? So when you got people that's Caitlin Clark size, what she's 6'2", anywhere from 6'2", 6'4", from a female in international ball. When you already got all these other big people, you can switch it up. Breanna Stewart, come on, man, you gonna tell me that Stewie can't play every position? 6'5", 6'6", she can go center, she can go power forward. Sabrina Ionescu, they big enough to play guard, forward, or anything like that. So that don't matter when you go to international ball because you already supposed to be above everybody because their game isn't that advanced at this point yet. And you got interchangeable parts. You got big time people. Aja Wilson and all them are big. They can handle the ball. They can do other stuff. So it don't matter about the position. You hear me? They usually try to take the best players. You know, I done seen Olympic team where they went forward strong and only maybe had 1 or 2 guards. John Stockton, Chris Paul, Allen Iverson. They don't really go guard heavy. So, you know, you can switch up the parts. So the position don't matter so much.
So it's more about just who got the most skill, basically.
Okay, because look, okay, this is what I'm saying. We definitely know at this point in the game, she ain't the type of scorer she used to be. So Diana Taurasi is a guard. So that's the position to me that you just made, you know, no argument for her at all when you're talking about already have the lefty, Kelsey Plum that'll shoot the lights out.
Right.
Kelsey Gray that got the super handle.
Yeah.
You got Sabrina Ionescu.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Jewel Lloyd and all them. You got big people because you got Aaliyah Boston and all them. So I don't think that they need Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi. Maybe Brittany Griner more because, you know, big people, male or female, are hard to come by. But with everything that she done been through and everything at this point in her career, I would have rather her just passed up the spot. Just personal opinion.
Pick any rookies?
I don't think so. And that's what everybody was saying about it. You know, they justified it by not picking Angel Reese or nobody else like that. You hear me?
Yeah.
I think that was good to make those people earn it, but she been national champ and big time in the news and everything too. You hear me? So you don't want to do that, man. You know, that's like that one and done. When you got a good prospect in college, you didn't make Jason Tatum them have to be superstars. Zion them had those superstar years where they deserved those picks, but a lot of those people went first off potential. Right. Like Bronny, if he get drafted, did he really show up and show out at USC this year, or is it off of his potential and athleticism?
Yeah.
It's off of his potential. So you don't want to punish these people, because if you punish people because they ain't won it all, paid their dues, that means in another 2 to 4 years when basketball come up and we got to play against those other seeds players, that means you don't pick the Juju Watkins, you don't pick the Paige Beckers, you don't pick all them because they ain't won nothing yet. They ain't paid their dues. They still got 2-3 years in college. You hear me? So when 4 years come around, do you have the same argument with them? You haven't done enough. You're a rookie. So that means that they have to wait another 4 years. So that means that we already going with these 4 because they're not going to get picked in. Then they're going to be a rookie again in another 4 years. So do you make them wait again? So do you take them not really at their best or at their prime? Not when you playing against other competition that has raised their level and you trying to win the gold medal. I think you put the best product you can out there. And for that reason, I think Caitlin Clark not 4 years away from being one of the best players in the country.
Yeah, I already think she's one of those.
You know?
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to say on it?
Nah, I just didn't know Tarazi was a guard. I thought she more of a forward. But yeah, I
wouldn't say that she. Well, what does she do now? I would say she was more like how they changed Pippen and Kobe and them to more like a point guard.
Like
She's more of a
point
playmaker.
forward,
Yeah. Cause she, how is she gonna be effective? She don't have the speed, the handle. She can't beat people off the dribble like that no more. So other than being like a spot up shooter and making those right plays, how is she effective out there?
Right, gotcha.
I mean, you don't really need her for that. You're going to tell me that at this point she's a better guard, more crafty than somebody like Kelsey Plum? She could shoot better than UNESCO at this point? Don't really need her. You hear me? So like I said, it's more like a lifetime contract type of thing. She earned the right to be there. But, I don't know, man. Not when you playing for the gold medal.
Right.
Exhibition game, yeah, okay, you give Tiger Woods an injury exemption. You want Tiger out there. But if he ain't right, he ain't supposed to be on the Davis Cup or Ryder Cup team or whatever the big one is supposed to be.
Trying to get it.
And moving on. What you think about those Battlehawks, man? Had a good year, man. They just fell a little bit short.
I am so disappointed, bro.
I don't know, man. I mean, dang, bro. All those Ducks, it would have been perfect with the championship game being in St. Louis this year. I would have loved to see that.
They were never in the game.
No, they really wasn't. AJ McCarron wasn't right.
I could deal with a loss, but they wasn't even competitive, man. It was terrible calls. Man, you just got the momentum back. You in your own you at your own end zone and you call a trick play with a double reverse and a toss with a hurt quarterback. Man, throw the game out the frame, man.
Yeah. I mean, and you know better than me because you do a little coaching and you have played some professional football, man. I didn't really get off into the X's and O's, but I really like the fact that that this year they did get a chance to make the playoffs. And then I was so surprised that I thought they had a couple more rounds. I didn't know if they would have won that game that they would have been playing for the championship right in St. Louis.
Yeah.
They little thing go boom, bam, and I like that too. Just get it on over with. It ain't got to be no whole bunch of, if you're the best, you could beat the best. Ain't no need of dragging it out and doing all that extra. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it that. But, that don't happen too often where that was basically like in St. Louis to me, that would have been like the Super Bowl being right here.
Yeah.
Because that's the way that people take to the Battlehawks since we don't have the Rams no more.
Right.
So I thought it was going to be big, boy. I was really pulling for them to get that one off.
You heard me? Disappointed me, man. It seemed like
they didn't seize the moment.
Yeah, and it seemed like they're more concerned with the business of it than playing the game. Like when I listen to the coach talk and it's all about let's fill up the stands and let's have a good showing. It ain't really nothing about strategy, So
yeah, I think that they are about the game. I think that they didn't have to go all so hard about making it an issue about filling up the stands. I think they got the Super Bowl or whatever they call their championship game because they do put a lot of people in the stands. And they have some of the best fans. And people, like I said, is UFL. It's like a semi-pro basically or something like that. But you wouldn't think it the way people around here take to the Battlehawks. It might as well be the Rams. Right. Might as well be just straight up, downright professional football. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you can't blame them for really marketing it and pushing that thing all the way. When people want top dollar to get paid and all that, you know, you try to draw as much revenue as you can, I guess. So, you know, since everything is a business, then, you know, I don't blame them for handling it the business way.
Right.
You see your boy old Dan Hurley, man, turn down that Lakers job.
Yeah.
What was that,
man.
5 years, 70 mil? I told people, I was like, come on, man. You know, they tried to post everything that he didn't want to coach LeBron. I was like, there we go with the garbage. You know, I feel like this, bro. You obviously don't plan on being a coach too long if you had the opportunity to get LeBron James and you don't want him.
Yeah.
I told you I would be trying to fool the hell out of him. I'll be rolling right with that bull crap. Yeah, he garbage. I wouldn't get $20 for him if I was y'all. I would let him go for a pack of ramen noodles for a canned good. LeBron James is trash. I would try my best to roll with what they be saying. Y'all don't want that dude, do you? Man,
he
anybody
mess up your team the whole nine.
I know he uncoachable, all that, man. He better be glad to.
Man, put him on waivers, man.
Look at his hairline, man. You know how it go. You got to make it about everything else. You hear me?
Right.
But I told people, it didn't have nothing to do with LeBron, because they even came out and said it. All the big sports announcers said that this decision was more about Anthony Davis and their future. And to me, being honest, Anthony Davis kind of more at the back end of his career.
Yeah.
Long as he's been playing. So I don't think it's about him either. I think it's about all of this stuff. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think eventually down the line, when that streak get broke, Dan Hurley know that job's still going to be there for him.
Right.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got winning tradition at UConn. Plus, this is the brother of Bobby Hurley.
Right.
Back-to-back championships at Duke, lottery pick NBA, son of Bob Hurley Sr. They ain't new to this. You hear me?
Yeah.
So he is different than the average person. I wouldn't have turned down no LA job, but you got to think about it. You know, at this point, he probably got younger kids, ready to spend time with his family. You don't fix something that's not broke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He done went to championship back to back.
Right.
Hey, you know, he in a good position. So, you know,
like the recruits he got, you know.
everything, man. He said this their whole attitude around her, you know, because that's what really made them going back to back so impressive, because they had a whole different team than they had last year. You hear me? But he said it's just the winning culture around there. It's just changed, you know. They've a shine of college basketball now.
Wow.
They plan on going every year. So we'll see. You hear me?
Yep.
And while we talking about them Lakers, man, sad news. I know you heard about old Mr. Jerry West.
No, he passed.
Yeah, Mr. Jerry West passed
Walton
today.
got up out of here, and then Jerry West, huh?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And then Russell not too long ago and everything else. You hear me?
Yep.
Oh, man. Do you know his resume, brother?
Who, Jerry West?
Mr. Jerry West. While we got a little bit of time, do you want to talk about Mr. Jerry West? Okay. In 1959, and we'll get into that a little bit later, Mr. Jerry West won a national championship in college. You hear me?
Right.
The next year, in 1960, he ended up going to the Olympic team where he played and won a gold medal. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 1969, well, before we get to that, you know he played 14 years in the NBA.
Okay.
He was an all-star and first-team All-NBA every year of his 14-year career.
Wow.
Then, you know, he was a third person all-time to get to 25,000 points. Was a big number back then. You know, suppressed
that's
by the
before the three.
That's before the three and all that. That was before the King put up 40,000. Haters, this is for you. But anyway, yeah, man. So he was one of the third people to score over 25,000 points in his career. On top of that, we all know that he is the NBA's logo.
Right.
On top of that.
Right.
He is responsible. He won Executive of the Year 2 years in a row, one time with the Grizzlies and the other time with the Lakers. With the Lakers, he's responsible for bringing them some of my all-time favorite players. You know, I'm a Mr. Michael Jordan fan, so we could get that out the way. Haters. But anyway, Magic Johnson, you know, he was instrumental in the trade that brought Shaquille O'Neal to the Lakers. And he traded Mr. Vlade Divac, a Laker favorite, back then in 1996 for somebody by the name of Kobe Bean Bryant, number 13 pick by the Charlotte Hornets back in 1996. And everybody thought at the time he was the biggest fool in the world. You hear me? They already had 3 or 4 All-Stars, so what did they need this kid for? Because this kid is going to be one of the greatest people to ever play basketball. You hear me?
Right.
This boy got some Michael Jordan in him, and if everybody claimed that Michael Jordan is the great, if you got anybody that got half of that in them, woo-wee, you hear me?
With it.
So, yeah, that's another thing that Jerry West did. So, in 1959, he won the national championship. In 1960, he won the gold medal. He was one of the first 3 people to ever score 20,000 points, 14-time All-Star in his 14-year career. You hear me? Was elected 3 times in the Basketball Hall of Fame for all different reasons. First time was in 1980. So you talking about somebody smelling their flowers. Before he passed this year, this dude lived 46 years of his life knowing that he was in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
A lot of people don't get their flowers. You hear me? And the last but not least, you know what his best stat of all to me is? He's the only player in 1969 he won Finals MVP on a losing team.
Wow.
Jerry West is the only person that has been Finals MVP on a team that did not hold up the trophy. NBA logo, 14-time All-Star, college championship, Olympic gold medal. Is Jerry West in the GOAT conversation?
He gotta be. He's somebody GOAT.
Mr. Most Clutch, one of the most clutch shooters of all time.
Yeah.
Shoot from half court back then when it wasn't no threes and all that. Yeah, Jerry West, with everything he done and his legacy in basketball, he got to be one of the all-time greats.
He got to be somebody GOAT.
Yeah. So rest in peace, man. Shout out to Mr. Jerry West. We got a few minutes here. You want to do 3 out of 5, or you want to do the round that went down? We might have time to do both.
We got the round that went down is about 4 minutes long altogether, because we got the first part and the second part.
Okay, well, I mean, I like to do the round that went down. So if y'all want to roll that, you know what I'm saying? We know what the 3 out of 5 is and everything else. We ain't had nobody else to call in it. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So the pot will be at 9:50. We'll get back into some of that next week. Before we get out of here, we would do one of my boy favorite segments, the round that went down. This was a crazy one, y'all. Oliver McCall and Lennox Lewis, number 1 and number 2. Shocking upset. Oliver McCall beat heavily favored champion Lennox Lewis, one of the most popular boxers of all time at the time. But at the second fight in the rematch, it got real crazy, y'all. So we're going to run it before we get out of here. The round that went down, y'all. Check it out.
Caught a short left hand inside. 6, 7, 8, 9. What is?
McCall has been known to have very, very good stamina.
If the first round is a prototype, so far it's a good one for Oliver McCall. Lennox Lewis hasn't really established anything in round 1.
Hands in the first round, and we've seen him before, Dale. I thought it was by his own fight plan, but perhaps that's also the fight plan of Stewart.
And Larry, down goes
Lewis, having caught a short left hand inside. 6, 7, 8, 9. What is this? The WBC's referee has stopped this fight after a count to 9 with Lewis standing in front of him. And we're going to have a riot here. Jose Guadalupe Garcia stopped
Buster
the fight
Douglas type
in the
moment.
second round.
Probably second biggest upset in boxing history.
McCall has been.
That one was crazy. He got him with one of them.
That was one of them old excuse me punches,
Yeah.
man. He kind of balled up. He looked a little scared to me. You hear me?
Yeah.
He kind of just went for it, and just one of them. If you got a good manager or coach or whoever telling you, go ahead and try it. And it's like he cocked back and gave it a wing, gave it a whirl,
and it connected, and he ain't know what to do.
Oh man, surprise of a lifetime.
For sure. So that probably explains this second fight.
I guess so, man. I guess he thought old boy finna put his hands on him. I don't know what went on, man, but one of the strangest nights ever in boxing, bro. I don't know. I felt like years later, if they could have, they should have interviewed him and asked him why did everything turn out the way that it did, what was on his mind, what he was going through. I don't know, but one of the weirdest nights in boxing. So this is the round that went down, y'all. Let's roll it.
But you see the other guy's in desperation right now. He's throwing all different combinations. Hey, he's trying to get lucky. That's what we call trying.
Ooh, good right there by Lennox Lewis. Backs up McCall. McCall goes right back into another left there by Lewis.
And that's what he's got to use. He's got to use that left hand. Now, the enemy is Lennox Lewis is dropping his right hand.
Total unorthodox style by McCall. Oh, big right by Lennox Lewis. McCall just walks right back into it like saying didn't hurt me. But where it hurts there is when
after him. That's it, right after him.
People say Pernell Whitaker's got a weird style. I think I'll call that. That's okay. End of round number 3, definitely out the Lennox Lewis round. Absolutely. McCall's not even going to his corner.
Just walking around.
I know, man. And then, you know, dude just loading up. I mean, you don't know what to do. You know, you're supposed to protect yourself at all times. What if he just hit you with the sucker punch, just come out of nowhere and bam you again and knock you on out? You heard me? Yep. So you don't know whether to hit him. You don't know what to do, man. That's just an awkward situation. You hear me? And then I was wondering, like, sometimes, you know, people have stuff that, like, family issues, things on their mind. Was he on drugs? I really don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, he was walking around, man. We let the people say it.
Throwing combinations, that's what he should be doing.
It's almost as if McCall feels like he's being humiliated out there.
No, I think he's trying to humiliate the sport of boxing. That's what I think he's trying to do.
Fighters train a lifetime to get a crack at the championship. Lennox Lewis has had 2. Excuse me, Oliver McCall has had 2. And
belong in the ring. He doesn't belong in the ring.
And then, I mean, what was so crazy is Mills Lane asked him, did he want to fight? You know, and he said, yeah, he had every opportunity to get out of it, back out of it, and everything else, man. To me, that's one of the things, like we said, his head might have been in it. I mean, but his heart wasn't. You know, he might have thought he wanted to fight because, you know, you didn't just go through all of that, man, on national TV in front of millions of people and just decide that you don't want to fight. You know, so I don't know, man. That's weird.
Yeah, like you said, man, with the things that's going on with mental health right now, I would love for them to have interviews.
Yeah, I want to too.
Yeah, and that was a stoppage there.
Yeah. Man, I can't even say it this time, man, because I don't like that. You know, that ain't championship boxing right there. But definitely something that was very important, man, very significant date or round in boxing history, man. I don't know what the hell went down, but that was very strange, my brother. Yeah. And hopefully, you know, like I said, the round that went down be more about just significant dates and different things, different theories that we try to debunk as far as boxing. You know, we ain't gonna always show nobody get the hell beat out of them, but we might get back to it next week. I know y'all like that a little bit better. Some of that snap your head back, rock'em sock'em robot. Right. But anyway, y'all, yeah, this gun situation is real out here, y'all. Only way we gonna be able to, you know, right some of that wrong. Whammy to whammy is get out here and vote and try to change some of them laws. They think they got us beat by just keep on that Second Amendment, right? And stuff just happening every day. Officers getting hurt. It's y'all sons and daughters that put on that uniform, that set out here to protect us every day, whose lives are getting put, you know, at risk by all the bad gun laws and all the bad rhetoric and hate that's being put out here. So only thing we can do about it, y'all, is get out here, step up, use your voice, and try to vote. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody don't want to hear that, but that's real. You know, we got the joystick to us, so let's do what we can to make this country better. You know, we work on ourselves as individuals, then that's all we can do. I promise to do my part. I hope everybody else promise to do their part. And if we do, like I said, we'll begin to be a little bit better, man. With that being said, for my man's Phil, I'm your boy Mikey Justice. I appreciate y'all joining us this week. I had fun, y'all, and I'll catch y'all in 7. Thank you. Appreciate it.